Hi everybody, Heidi-The, your Yorkshire crafter. How are you doing? Just get rid of all this. I hope you're well. Ooh, yuck. I hope you're well, as always. Every day I always hope you're well. Today I thought, because I've already got the penny black stuff out, I thought we would get another one done because I need that. Just pick up the kitchen now. Because I knew I was going to be doing this, but I didn't know when, so I just thought I might as well film it now because I want to do it. Anyway, so I'm just going to crack straight on because I've got other stuff to do as well. By now you will have seen the Budley inspiration that we've done for the weekend, and we would have had our giveaway already. But the penny black is where I get my penny black is I get my stuff from Budley, all my penny black stuff. So I thought, while it's all out, because I've just had another delivery of it all, I'm going to do a video. So I'm going to crack straight on, and I'm going to use, this is called Posted. I thought I'm going to put two in together, and there's a die. The die is separate from this, but it does match it, which is what we're going to use. I'm not using this one. We're going to use poinsettia. Don't you just love this, where you can make, I've got an actual, see if it's on here. Oh, this. I've got the present, and I thought, you know, that you could use that, mask it off, and you could stamp your paper with the, is that a plaid background? I thought it'd look alright. Again, that comes with the die. That must come with the die, that one, I think. I've put it together anyway. I'm just going to put my band on behind me. I've just gone all warm as soon as I press record, innit? Anyway, let's crack on. So, I've cut out the actual die shape with Bockingford watercolour card. Now I actually buy this from Sweet Popper. I've just come across it. I had a load of it. It's £10.99 a sheet. It's not the cheapest, but it's belting to use. So I came across 2 packets of it, just in my bottom drawer here. The stuff we find. And I've not long since moved all my room round, so I must have known it were there. Anyway, you've seen me do this many a time. That ring's really annoying me. So I've cut the die shape out just out of a piece of scrap card. I have stuck it down because it kept lifting. And what I do is I cut out some scrap of the shape that I want, and I put it in here, and you can see how thick it is, how it's stamped. What I do is I'll ink it up and I'll stamp it, and I'll keep moving my stamp until that is absolutely spot on. And then I could take the ones I've already cut, she says, they're here. I'll take the ones I've already cut, put them in here, and I know they're going to stamp perfect. So I just left it rigged up because I was going to do it. That piece of tape is right in my way. There we go. So that fits perfect, and it'll stamp perfect. We are going to heat emboss, so I am going to use my embossing powder. I'm just going to, it feels like there's something stuck in that. Oh, gosh, that felt really odd. I still never found out who bought me this. It says Lexi Dog on the inside. So no, still nobody ever owned up to it. But I am grateful. So, I'm now going to ink it up with my VersaFine. But I am going to emboss with the dull embossing powder. I just didn't think it needed shiny for this. I tell you, that's one of the best things I've bought is that embossing powder. If I remember, I'll put the link in, but that's from Wow itself. I think it's about £16 for the tub, but that will last me, oh, years. It'll last me years. So that's good, isn't it? So by rights, this should be absolutely spot on. And it is. I do, if I'm doing something and it needs to be set like this, I do quite a few at the same time. So while I'm at it, I've got 2 done. I've just cut 2. And I am going to be using other stuff. I'm going to give you an idea. I haven't done any others, but I've got some stamps that will suit it perfect. I mean, loads of us already have postage dies. And I have them by different brands, but I don't have a stamp like this. And I thought it was cheap and cheerful, and I think that the possibilities are endless. I always say, if you can't do 5 things with it, you don't need it. Well, I've already got 5 things I want to do with it. And it'll be one of those that I'll go to year after year after year, so that's a bonus as well. So I'm going to take that out. I'm just going to put my platform to the side and I can clean it off later. And then I'm going to powder these up. My favourite thing ever. Yuckety yuck. And if I wasn't going to be colouring, which I am with my zigs, probably wouldn't have even done this. But I am, so we are. Versamark always stays, Versafine always stays wet enough for you to do a couple before you have to put your powder on. You don't have to rush to do it. Whereas other brands, like your Archival, you'd have to do it straight away. But if I were putting Archival on, I probably wouldn't do this. But I have. And I am. So yeah, it's a real time saver doing that. Especially if you're going to be doing a load. And I think, again, this is one of those cards where you could do multiples of these of the same. And I think they'd be greatly received, you know, come Christmas and stuff. Or birthday, or Halloween, depends what you're putting on it, doesn't it? All depends what picture you're going for. Just get a clean cloth, because I did see that just fly everywhere. Again, if you're new to my channel, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's embossing powder. I love its tricks, I absolutely love it, but I just can't stand the feel of it. So, I'm going to... Oh, actually, let's tell you what. I did this yesterday and I held it with my tweezers. And then I grabbed all the end of my tweezers. Like you do. And burn yourself. So I am slightly off. There must be an up and down way to these. I don't know it like, but there must be. So I'm just heating this up. And now this will go back to dull. It won't stay shiny. I don't think it needed the shiny. But it gives me that protection of it not running. That's clever, isn't it? I was just sat downstairs. In fact, I was watching Emmerdale. I normally watch it in the morning. But I was late putting it on. And I was sat there and it had gone 10:30 already. And I thought, oh my goodness. I go downstairs between 12:30 and 1:30 so we can feed the babies and take them out. But I'm not even going to get outdone. And yet I knew I wanted to film this. So what time is it now? It's 25 to 12 now. And it is Friday the 19th of September. So we're only going to use one of these. I just wanted to do 2 while I had them. I've done them in silver. Same card. What a difference it looks, doesn't it? I've done them in gold. I've done them on different colour. Oh, and I already had a black done. I didn't realise. Anyway, they will go in the back of the die. These will go in here, ready for whenever I want to use them again. So while that's out, I'll just show you. There's things like, I'm penny black obsessed at the moment. Your butterflies, they're going to fit. Obviously that's not, but the card I actually made a side fold, well, flip up. And then I ended up using it that way anyway, but I thought I was going to use it that way because I was going to put in this one. Now, I thought this would look, I'll tell you what, I'll show you how I check them before I do it. I thought that branch there, I'm going to mask that off. So, even that bit out of the frame, that branch, this bell on a shorter hanger, this little one here at this side, and I just thought how beautiful could that be? Or the flower, whichever way you want. But that's a perfect little stamp for it. And that's another cheap and cheerful one. It's cute. And that is baubles and bows. So there is an awful lot that will work with it. You've seen me use this many a time. I love this one. It'll fit perfect. I've got a few. I haven't used this yet. These, I've seen these done in this. That's probably why I ordered this, to be fair. But these all fit in it. I'll do some of them because I think they're going to look fantastic. I love the snowman and the Santa. So, yeah. I'm sure there might be dies for that, but I don't think I ordered them. Anyway, we're going to use poinsettia. But we're not going to use all of it. We're going to use that, but we're only going to use part of it. So I'll get that out now. We are going to mask it off. Just to stamp. Oh, I should have left my embossing powder out. So I'm only masking... I'll mask it all because we're going to come in with a bit of background ink anyway. So I might as well mask it all. So this is the new masking tape I am going to be using. Because I'm absolutely in love with it. And as silly as it sounds, I find it cleaner to work with. That's a problem though. I don't even know if that's on there. Yeah, I find it a lot cleaner to work with. That looks pretty good to me. So, I mean, you don't have to mask off like this. You don't have to... whatever you're doing, you might want it to go over the edge. I just didn't. Not this time anyway. I'm not saying I won't do next time. We do them all different, don't we? All times. Now, when I've stamped this, I should have thought about this actually. I'm just going to leave that off a minute. Because I think when I've stamped it, I might take this off so that the ink doesn't sit on it wet. So, yeah, I'll do that. I'll get in front of myself then. So, I'm also going to use... No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to use... Keep digging this one back out, don't I? Other day we used that. But I'm going to use Wishing You a Merry Christmas. And this is from Holiday Greetings. Can't be. This is from Festive Tree. Festive Foliage Tree. And I just want the Wishing You a Merry Christmas. See if I can get it straight for a change. It doesn't even look straight on there. Oh well, it is what it is. We're going in I think the stamp's bent into it. Looks okay to me. Not wrong with a bit of wonky. They do wonky vegetables at Morrison's. Well, they used to do. Don't know if they do anymore. Long time since I went in the supermarket. Gosh, I'd have a meltdown now if I had to do that. I tell you, if it worked for Andy, I wouldn't eat me. I'd never dream of cooking for myself. I do. I wouldn't dream of cooking for him right now either. Just a bolognese. Right, I'm going to stamp just part of it. I'm going to go there. Where am I going to go? I'm going to go there. I'm down now. I really, really, really love the finished project. Perfect. Now I do have to take the tape off. I should have thought about it because we're going to emboss what we've just stamped, and the heat will just take this straight off anyway. So yeah, I should have thought about that, shouldn't I? So I'll do the writing and the flower. It's a very, very delicate flower. Very delicate. I didn't put my powder on, my anti-static. Let me just give it a brush off. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's clear there anyway. Should be okay. I'm just hoping it's not there, but I can't see it anyway, so it's what it is. Do you know, it just gets everywhere, doesn't it? I'm sure it does it on purpose. I dread the thought of me ever spilling it. They'll have to lock me up. Honestly, they'd have to take me away. I couldn't cope. People run around screaming, don't they, when they see spiders and stuff. Now people running around screaming that the embossing powder's trying to get me. Oh, I can just see it myself. Do you know, it's funny what makes the kids laugh. I mean, I don't often drive now, but I could drive, no problem driving. But I have a fear of driving where there's cones, because when you're concentrating and you're just driving down the road and there's all these cones coming upside, I feel like they're just closing in on me. So kids will warn me, if you're driving blah de blah, like if you drive to York, there's loads. And so if you drive in York, there's cones, Mum, they'll get you. So handy as to drive. Oh, I tell you, it's weird what we get scared of, isn't it? Right, I've got 4 zig pens out. I've got orange. I'm only going to use 3 actually, because I'm going to do some pencil instead. I'm going to take that one out. So I've got orange, red, and rose red. And we're going to do 1 flower at a time, 1 petal at a time. Doesn't take that long. Just getting this in case we need to put some more down. I don't use my water brush on it all, but I have been doing on little bits if I prefer the blend done with that, so I'll leave that there. So let's just start here. So I am going in all orange, and all this middle here, it is going to end up black and gold, but I'm just putting a little bit down. Ignore that because it's not going to look nothing like that. But I need it to have colour down, then I know Otherwise it looks half finished to me, even halfway through. So I'm just going up in pen order. So we've gone orange, we've gone red, and now we're going rose red, which is quite dark. And I'm going to take my water brush. We're not adding water to it. We're just getting rid of those harsh lines. That's it. That's all you're doing. Looks better when it's finished, trust me. So in with the next one. I'm not bothered if I go out lines into one of these, but I don't want to go out into lines that way. Which also helps with having the embossing because it puts a bit of a lip on it. So if you're working with water especially, it can stop it from going out. Bit of red. And then the rose red. Every now and then I'll wet my brush when it's not moving this ink around. Then I will wet it again. We're not having it swimming. We're just making it damp. Like now. That's better. It kept hold of that red a bit. I mean, you don't even have to use reds. Go for different colours. Do a nice purple. A nice icy blue. That would look beautiful. I've already done a red. I should have gone with an icy blue. If I get a chance today, I'm going to do one. Although we are putting an icy blue background down. So you can see we're not doing anything major. You just put 3 layers of colours down, and rather than coming in and blending with the zig, we're just literally blending like this. So it's quicker, if you like. There you go. Like I say, trust it, it will get a lot nicer. I knew something were annoying me. Piece of hair. Oh, do you know, I was talking to loads of people overnight. I think I was talking to Jane Calladay. Hi Jane. And we was talking about spiders. Forgive me if I've got the people mixed up. I'm talking about being scared of spiders and stuff. And she was proper making me laugh. I was absolutely howling with laughter. I was laid in bed. Andy'd already gone to work. And just talking about how frightened we were. And I thought I was the worst. But, oh no, she's far worse than me. Far worse. But after we'd stopped talking, I was just playing on my phone then. Every night I play a couple of games on my phone. Just 3 games, just messing. A bit of bingo. Like I say, it's free. I don't pay money into any of it. And I had my phone here. And something airy jumped over my phone. I screamed. And I chucked my phone. And just as I chucked my phone, I realised what it was. I didn't half laugh after. Lolly was sat laying right next to me. And the phone must have been annoying her, the sound. And she'd lifted up and her ear fell over because they've got long ears, her ear fell over onto my phone screen. But I proper screamed. If Andy had been here, he'd have gone mad. I frightened Lolly. Rosie don't care. Oh, it was funny. But I blame Jane for it then, because we'd literally just been talking about it. And then I wondered, if we hadn't been talking about it, would I have thought it was a spider? Oh gosh. So that was your fault. Thanks for that. I tell you, I had such a rubbish week last week. And this week I've had the best week. I've had such a good week. Yeah. And it seems everybody else has an owl. I've been howling with laughter at the posting group about, you know, we've all done the Spellbinder sale. And we're all, don't tell, like I said, I borrowed Andy's card, don't tell Andy. I mean, he won't watch this, so I'm alright, I'm lucky that way. And then everybody's like, Carol says, I won't tell Andy if you don't tell Ronnie. There were loads of them, all different. And then Nicola popped up later on saying, I might or might not have, I can't confirm, just got some stuff might have just fallen into a basket. Every one of those comments on that post had me absolutely creased with laughter. So I've gone from an extreme of just, well, not even wanting to laugh, to not being able to not laugh. And news and stuff that went out this week, it's proper made my week. I've just had the best week. Not stuff that went out, things that are going on. So yeah, good week. Yeah, let's hope it continues. Today's Friday, so I'm not doing too bad, am I? I think it were a long time needed. Just shows, doesn't it? You see, that's on the plus side, and then on the negative side, I've talked to some people who really, really are going through some bad stuff, and then it makes what I'm going through in my head, it makes it just seem so petty, just so, what's your problem when somebody's going through this, that and the other? And it really does make you think. Your problems, well, should I say my problems, they're not half as bad as what some people are going through. So you sort of feel guilty for that and all, don't you? It's a crazy world we live in. I'm just grateful for you all. When I'm feeling rubbish, you're all there. And when I'm laughing, you're all there. So, and I've even answered people's messages this week, so that's a good start as well. See, I told you I weren't rude. I just wasn't there. And just like that, we've nearly finished colouring. It's good to laugh. I don't do it enough, that's what Andy will say. And we've laughed at the doggies so much. We had, I told you we had Gizmo here last week. She bites Lolly's ear. She won't go near Rosie. She won't fight with Rosie. Play fighting. I don't mean out bad. But she gets hold of Lolly's lips. And you know when they rag at a toy? She does that. And Lolly just lays there crying. Silly dog. So we're going to, I think she's here this Sunday. We're going to have her play and get her playing with the toys. For a little dog, she loves to play. These are cute. Look at that. It looks very light compared to my other one. So I'd sort of be tempted to leave it this colour, but I did come in with a little bit of pencil just to darken the, you know where the petals are underneath the other petals, just so it gives an obvious look at where it is. I can't even work that one out. What's that? That's the underneath, isn't it? I've done these 3 little bits because they're all just little bits, so I can do them together. Gosh, it is warm. I don't know, well, I did tell you on one of my videos, but I don't know which, this is it, I don't know which order they go out in. There's a doggy missing up by us. And me and Andy were on park looking for her at 6:30 other day. She'd been found. She was missing for 3 days. Oh, I cried when she was found. It's just, she's a dog. That's my downfall. But somebody had pinched her. She hadn't gone missing off her own back. She'd been pinched. And they thought she'd just wandered off on her own. And do you know what they did? The people who had her. The guy who was holding her in his house, sent his girlfriend to the owner's house and told them they want some money or you're not getting your dog. They held it to ransom. I was mortified. I've no idea what the outcome, how they got caught. Well, I mean, to me it's obvious how they got caught, but you know how it was dealt with by the police and what have you. No idea. I don't want to know. Don't like the drama stuff. And I just think it's upsetting that somebody would do that. But I tell you, there's all sorts out there, isn't there? And they got loads of people involved. You know, they were out with drones. There's actually a dog rescue that goes looking for missing dogs. I can't remember what it's called. But oh, what an absolute fantastic community. That was a lot of Halifax, not just the area where the doggy went missing, which was my area. They came from all over to go looking. How amazing for a dog. I love that, me. Right, so we've got that colour down. We don't stop there. Now, this is where I stopped yesterday because I thought I were done. Oh, apart from what we're going to do at middle. I thought I were done. But then this morning when I came up, I just highlighted it, which I am going to do. So I did take a bit of the black zig. I don't know why I went for black. And I think if I'm honest, it's the fact that I don't know what flowers look like. And I didn't Google it. So I did go in black. So the orange shows through the black, to be fair. And then I'll let it dry a minute. Oh, no, I'm going to dry it anyway. Because then I used... Where are you? I know I left it out. Oh, it's there. I knew I'd left it out. A gold Posca. So I'm just going to put a bit of heat on this while I shake that. Now the reason I'm drying it is because we're going to put a bit of pencil to it, and if it is wet it's going to drag your paper. We're only putting a tiny bit of pencil down. I don't know if it's just me or what, but that looked to have gone darker just with heat. So the gold, I didn't like this, you know, because when I took some out like that, I mean, it might be all right now, it was still like separated. Yeah, it's all right now, but obviously because it was the first time I'd used it then. So it was my own fault for not getting it out right. So I need a dotting tool, which I've got out, or I did have. How do things go missing when you've already got them out? Oh, I didn't, I put it away. So I'm just using one of my dotting tools. These I get off Amazon, but I've had these from my stone days. See, I don't like that at all. So I'm just gonna dot a bit of gold around it. And it really did actually finish the middle bit off, because I had no idea what I was doing with it. I didn't like the middle. But it'll teach me, won't it? I say it every time. Google the flower, and then you've got an idea of what you're doing. Only thing I know about a poinsettia is it's a Christmas flower, apparently. Right, I'm going to... So it's just got little... I mean, it does show up gold when it dries. You can see it drying now. It looks lovely when it's dry. And the nib from the actual... This is too thick. It would have just splodged, if that's a word. Right. I've got 3 pencils, and I got my white, and I thought, I don't want the white for a change. Now, all I'm going to do... I really don't want to... I'm going to use the dark. I don't even think I'm going to use that one. This is just black raspberry. It is Prismacolor. And all I want it for is for, let me just give it a quick sharpen. They're too sharp, they will break as soon as I put it down. So I just want to do it so that you know that that petal is underneath, so it's got a bit of depth to it. And you can see that straight away. So using the red, that is literally, I told you it was going to break, didn't I? I knew I'd done it too sharp. That's literally just going to blend that in. And that's all it needs. It doesn't need anything spectacular. It's just to give it a bit of depth. In fact, there's probably too much there, but because on the other one I did it so light. Like, I've gone a lot lighter there now. I will come in with this one because it's what I did. And that is Crimson Lake. And then I just went over that. You can go up there, but I like the orange tips, so you'd end up taking that away, so I won't do that on the others. So just a little bit. So just every time you're doing it, just think about the shade. That petal on top's going to give that some shade. That's all you're looking for. That's all it needs. This will also have a little bit because it'll be the way it comes up like that. So your actual top petal will also have a little bit. But we'll just blend that with the red. Perfect. I mean, by all means, just come in and do your pencils straight away. It'd take a lot more work than what we've just done. There, it really just gives that massive difference to it. So that's underneath. That's underneath. And then a little bit there. In fact, the ones underneath, I'm going to leave that dark now. But I do like the orange tips. I think that's a nice look to it. Look at that side now. Look at the difference. What I should have been doing was zooming in, shouldn't I? Let's see if we can remember to do it. I hope that makes it okay to see. So that one's underneath. I've just got to remember to zoom back out, haven't I? That one's on top. That one's on top. That one's underneath, so you need to come to the top of the petal, and then that one. So you're not really interfering with your zig that you've put underneath. You're just putting a bit of definition in. That's all. This one's not very sharp. Can't have tell difference. And just like that. I hope you like it. I hope this bit helps, because it was something I used to struggle with, was where would I put my shading? Like I say, I didn't understand flowers, so it never crossed my mind to make one petal look below another. It just didn't cross my mind. So I'm happy with that. It's definitely got definition on it now. And where you can see where it's shiny, that's the bit of pencil, that's all it's got. Doesn't need a lot. I'm going to put that back out. Yay. Is that might not be. Let's go there. Put all that to the back. Now I've got a card base done. I do. Now for the card base, I have used Inculicious mixed media card, because one for the colour, because it matched what I was doing with this, and two because it gives you that luxury content to your card base. I don't do it on every one of them. I don't think every card needs to be luxury, but this just has a luxury feel to it anyway. Now I've cut a memory box pinpoint snowflake plate. I've cut that out in the Inculicious card, and I've taken 1/8 of an inch all the way around, just so that we've got a bit of a border that matches the base. And I didn't burnish my. That's better. Now, before we put this on, I want to put some thread on it. Now, all my thread's in drawers, but I'm keeping these hung up. They've come like that. But if I put them in a drawer, they are going to end up just in knots, and I'll end up binning it. So, oops, it's just fallen onto Lola. It's slippery. So, the only other issue I have is pulling some. Oh, it's there, look, that's the one. Aha! I had an issue, so I just cut a bit out of the middle because I thought, I don't know which bit's which. So to find out which bit that is, it's one of them two there. It's that one. No, it should be that one. That's the one. There we go. So I just want a piece of this. The rest of it will get hung up. And I got these off Amazon, and I thought it's going to be too thick to use. And do you know what? I'm loving it already. Now what I'm going to do is use a piece of double-sided tape. This is just my cheap one from either Range or Works. I've had it a long time. And to be fair, it didn't want to stick to this. Not at all. It wasn't having it. Mind you, my base didn't even want to stick to this either because of it. So I'm going to lift that off. See if I can do it this time. Took me ages to get it off. Oh, there you go. Ta-da! Now, the thread, I just want it to go around 3 times. I didn't know how I wanted it to go around until it did it. So I'll show you what I wanted. I'm sticking it down. So it's going across once. And then I wanted it to move up a little bit and give a little gap like that. 2. Three. And then I am going to cut it off. Now this little bit that's left will go in my drawer. Or, oh, it's gone. I did make some little silver bows out of what were left. Oh, Don't know where that went. Lolly, no. Lie down. So I'm going to turn that over. That's exactly what I wanted. And I'm going to put this onto here. Now, I could foam it and it'd get high, but I want to foam this on. We haven't finished with that yet. So I am going to glue this down while we just finish the middle bit off. I mean, double-sided tape would have worked, but it just didn't seem to like the double-sided tape either, so we're going for it. And just anywhere, so you've got your good border. I just think it needed a border. We're going to stick on top of that, so that's not a worry. Right. It's there where it didn't want to stick, obviously. So I'll just keep pushing that down when we get to it. Now I'm going back to this. See, and you always going to put some on, but I put it on at the beginning, forgetting I had all the rest of that to do first. I don't know if I said, but I'll put the links to this in. This is Amazon. Now, don't get mistaken with the tape that you can get that's already on the reel. I've got loads of it like this. And same make and everything. And I tried it. And it ripped my paper. But this doesn't rip your paper. This is just perfect. And there we have it. So what I'm going to do here, I don't have a... Alright, yeah, I do. I'm going to use Mermaid Lagoon, and I'm going to start off and just let the brush do its thing. Oh, I don't like this. When I've stuck it to a piece of paper, I didn't realise how much I like to move my project about. Stick them down a bit more again. Make sure it's staying. Doesn't like it at all. Anyway. That'll do it. I can move that round. Bit of ink. And we are going to try not to touch the flower. And if you think you're going to, just mask your flower off. Now, because all that's been embossed, we know it's not going to smudge. I can hear birds on top of the roof. And I'm up in Dormer. They're running on top of the roof. It's a flat roof. Lolly, go and lie down. Time are we on? Oh, 12:15. She's not daft, you know. She knows time. She gets bed at past. We'll be ready by then. Ideally, I'd like to put everything away before I go down. Ready to come up after tea and start afresh. Moving on to Inkylicious, I think. Ooh, something nice came from Inkylicious. I think I'm going to leave it at that. You'd be surprised what impact that makes, just a bit in that corner. Put that away. Makes things easier to clean. Look at the difference. Isn't that just wow? It certainly changes the whole look of it. Right, let's stick it down. I'm going to use, now then, I'm on my last roll. This is all my stuff that I had from America. It's gone. Oh, now then, wait a minute. Because I'm using, look, I've got little bits stuck. That seemed a bit thicker. Can't be, can it? No, it's not. Silly. I think I'm going to need that bit for the middle. It's amazing the bits we save, isn't it? So, cut that down there. Oh no. Oh, don't know where my glue scissors are. They're here right in front of me. So this definitely had to be popped up because you've got the rope stringy thing straight through. So it definitely needed something. And this, if I cut it, that'll save. Should. Aha. A little bit short, but we can take that, can't we? I need to go back to Florida. I want some more tape. And all we're going to do is take our postage and stick it down. And these really do set it off, having that little bit of string there. And then the last bit, I bought these from Budley as well. They are the Marion Design enamel dots. And I'm just going to put 3 because I don't want to overdo it. And I thought this one would be too big. I mean, that one's definitely too big for this project. But I thought this would be, but I thought I'm going to end up stuck with the big ones and never use them. So, here we are. We're using them. There's my little tray, my big and my small together. And then one on its top. What I did think about was, you know, you've got these little middles of the snowflakes, but there weren't many. Oh, I could have done one on each. I was going to put one of them on the snowflakes. It would look nice if you'd have had that as a full background. That would look pretty good, that. So there you have it. There's your card. This is all penny black, all from Budley Crafts. I hope you like it. This is belting. And this is the one that I've made. So it is darker. It is quite a bit darker, to be fair. Is it? I don't really know. But I think it's stunning. So there you go. I'm going to go now and I'm going to put all this away. I'm going to go feed my babies. And then I'm going to get back up here and see what else I can get done. So don't forget, make your own stencil so that you can keep stamp. It's well worth it. Right, I'm off, guys. I love you loads. If you could give me a thumbs up, and when you've pressed the thumbs up, it then says hype. So if you could press the hype as well, I'd be over the moon. Thank you very much. And a subscribe would go down well as well. So, and I'll catch you in group, Heidi the Yorkshire Crafter. Don't forget to answer all the questions. I'll see you there. Bye.